Eastern. It's 11 a.m. Central. Hello, RJ.
Hello, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm on a wind down to Christmas. I think. Yourself?
Yeah. Well, not really a wind
We
down, but I'm
need this
doing good.
break. Well, we need. I mean, you need a break to take a break every so often. And
Yes.
the last time we went on holiday was in July, so it'd be good just to take a week off and just chill and just relax. And to everybody who's joined us, say thank you. Welcome to the show. And just to confirm who we are, this is Bots for Broadcasters with RJ and Stephen, where we talk about anything and everything, but it's got to have the word bot in it somewhere.
There you go.
Um, yeah, okay. And we've got, I think Chris is around and a name I can't pronounce as well. And Marco said hello too. So all is good. Tell you what, I did the show last night, but I actually scheduled it 6 days in advance. Yeah. Do you know what happened? Have a guess.
Mm,
It,
it, the announcement was pretty far down in the
yeah,
feed, or
that's it. It's spot on. What happened was that for the first 30 minutes, nobody found us. And I mean nobody. There wasn't even a flicker of the dial. There was no 010101. Nobody found us. So I'm going to suggest to everybody that scheduling 6 days in advance might not be the best idea you ever have. And I did a poll in the Blowers group today. Most people seem to schedule either on the day or the day before. So I think that's wise. If you're joining us via our Facebook Messenger bot, welcome. If you find yourself on the live video hub page, which was sort of semi-accidental, the link to actually comment live is up above. So if you click up above, you'll see RJ and I, still same photographs, but you'll actually be able to comment and you can join us on camera, because if you today type guest, you can actually come and join us on camera. Now, before the show, RJ, you were showing me something which you find interesting. And when you find
I've
it interesting, over to
well, yeah, it was pretty fascinating. So, a friend of mine is an author who does a lot of live streaming, broadcasting, and she discovered something this morning and sent it over to me because she thought that it might be interesting. And what it was is it was actually her wife had seen there are Facebook ads in Messenger now. So her wife had seen a Facebook ad that was in Messenger that said, you can read the first chapter of James Patterson's new book, The Chef, for free in Messenger. Just click here. So they sent a picture of the ad to me, and then I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Of course you could put the first chapter of a book in a bot. Of course you could do that. So I went over to James Patterson's page. We've discovered since that Stephen and I are seeing different pages. We assume it's because he's in a different country. But went over to James Patterson page, and then right in the header, available now on Messenger, The Chef by James Patterson, little messenger symbol, and then it says, click send a message to read for free, and a great big arrow down to the send message button. And indeed, when I hit send message, then the book started delivering. So it was really interesting. And also, so not only can you hook hook an ad to Messenger. Of course, there have been sponsored messages in your Messenger for a little while now. That's not new. But this just seemed really done well and seamlessly. Like somebody was really thinking about, how, because you're already in Messenger. And so that's kind of I don't have a Facebook ad strategy at this time. I'm going to be getting one though in the spring.
I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't either.
But it is interesting because just the whole feel of it was very, very seamless. And I'm wondering if Facebook ads, not necessarily in the news feed, but in Messenger, to something that you can obviously read in Messenger. I'd never really thought about that before because I hadn't experienced one. You know, I've been clicking by those ads in Messenger because none of them ever look interesting. So yeah, it was very, not only can you put an ad in Messenger, but if you're an author, you can give away the first chapter of your book, or maybe not the first chapter. Maybe that's, you know, not the one you want to give away, but you can give away a chapter in your book, get people reading it. And then, of course, if they make it all the way through the end, they're going to, you know, want more. So it's a way to get people reading your book and clicking through to perhaps purchase the book or you know, something else. So if you've written a book out there, or if you're an author and you're a broadcaster, think about that. Think about making, you know, you can pop over to James Patterson's page. It's 2 T's, by the way. I don't know, you know, not everybody probably knows that, but click over to James Patterson page and just see what he's doing there and think about if that's something that might be valuable for you.
Totally. I mean, there are 2 thoughts come out of this. One, we're both seeing different things on the same page. We're seeing different cover photos at the top. Same page, different country we're watching from. So it'd be intriguing to actually find that out. And the second thing is, I'll just go to a comment from Barb before I come to my second thought, which I'm still thinking about. Barb is saying she caught a live notification from your feed this morning, RJ, and happy holidays, Stephen RJ. From the UK, Barb. Happy holiday. Sorry, RJ.
Oh yeah, happy holidays, Barb.
And happy holidays from the UK, Barb. It's always nice to see you. Now, you mentioned there, deliver your first chapter by Messenger bot. Okay. And I think that's a darn good way to do it, because you actually hook people in. And if they enjoy the first chapter, I mean, it's saving people the time of going to Amazon and asking for a sample. Yep. They don't have to sign into Amazon. They don't have to get a sample going to the Kindle. They don't have to switch the Kindle on. So saves a whole lot of hassle and mess. But I just want to follow this for a moment. Supposing for argument's sake, that you had a Udemy course. And you set up a bot you're with me on this, aren't you? To deliver a sample from your Udemy course.
Well, darling, we're going to have to set that up for bots broadcasters, aren't we?
Oh yeah. I think we should, as a bonus for New Year, because what you could do, we'll talk about the way to do this, because the thing is, if you've got a video on Udemy, it's going to be from 2 to 5 minutes long. Now, if you put that in Messenger, it's going to, well, people have got to wait for it, which is not always good.
People have to wait for it. What do you mean? Wait for it to load?
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's a size limit, isn't there? 250K is the size limit on the video.
It is. You can, though. Here's the deal with Messenger. If you're putting video in Messenger, everybody, just compress that video. Now you can have. I've tested this. You can have up to 10 minutes of video before. Because what you do is just you run it through the compressor once. If it's still too big, run it through the compressor twice. But you really can't do it 3 times. It really is just going to look terrible 3 times. 2 times, though, since everybody is viewing it on such a small screen, there's a negligible amount of difference. So you can get up to a 10-minute video. The one thing that you really should not put, though, is if you are doing demo videos for your class, if you're doing like a demonstration screen by screen something, it's going to be real hard to see on a phone.
It is. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it should be talking heads.
Talking heads or slides that are real, that don't have a lot on them.
Yeah. But bring everybody up to speed. We're talking about what set this off was it Jenny?
It was Jenny. Of course it was Jenny.
Right. Jenny said, Jenny sent a message to RJ this morning saying, look at this. This is James Patterson's page, and he's got an advert in there, and he will deliver, as RJ described earlier, the first chapter of your book. We're expanding on this now, and the suggestion currently on the table is that you could actually adopt and improve this by taking parts of your Udemy. It doesn't have to be a Udemy course, it could be a course wherever you have it, and deliver that by a bot. Because what I was going to say is you could actually also from the video take the audio. That's where I was headed with the size of the file and everything. You could just take the audio and say, if you want to see the video or you want to take the course. And talking of which, can you read this? Because I think it's wonderful.
Oh, I took your Udemy course, 5-star rating. Oh, thank you so much, Barb. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Brilliant. And I totally agree. Thank you, Bob. Yes, and the review as well. Thank you, Bob. Right. Okay. So we could do that. We could actually extend that course and put an author bot in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And a Udemy course delivery bot.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if we could get everybody on Udemy, because thinking about it, if you could sort of say, right, if you've got Udemy courses, we can now allow you to deliver part of it via Messenger. We have the means. We know how to do it.
Well,
Food for thought.
It's interesting because, as I was going through it, I was expecting to be kind of, reading a book. They didn't just, if you go to James Patterson page, you can confirm this yourself. They don't have you just reading a book there. They're actually delivering sentence by sentence in Messenger. And the guy is in this first scene. It's nothing momentous is happening. He's cooking something. And at one point you can click to continue reading the story, or you can click over and see his Instagram recipe. Or at Instagram, you can see a little video of him making the recipe. So they've made it not just the words on the page. They've taken a step further and made it interactive like it should be on Messenger.
And I've just posted, I'm sorry, I'll come back now. I was busy in the background. I've just posted a link, which should now, we've got to put a rider on this. It will work in the USA. It might not work in the UK. But if you're in the USA, you can go and take a look at that. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'll have to find somebody who's actually doing the same.
Well, I think Jenny will be doing the same soon.
Okay. I think she might, yes. Excellent idea. In actual fact, I think Angelica might as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So she's looking for ways to, I mean, we're all looking, 2019 is the year to still soft sell, but just a little bit harder. So actually using Messenger would be a way for her actually to get sample lessons out to people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it works for everybody who's got content to deliver, whether it's written, video, or audio.
Well, and as I was saying just a minute ago, they didn't just shoot a PDF over to you, of the book. When you started reading it, it was actually interactive content. You could click over and see this, or you could continue reading. It was kind of fun. Which that's what you need to do in Messenger to keep people engaged in something. Making it kind of fun is key.
What about, I'm just running with this, what about a short story with several different endings?
Oh, yeah.
Which ending would you like?
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah. That's a totally different topic, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that needs to be done as well, right?
It does. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can take people on a little adventure and you actually choose the options and it takes you one way and then you think, don't like that ending, and when you come back and start again, well, you can do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. That's pretty cool.
Okay, look out for a new web page called Stories by Bot. And
yeah.
No, let's stick with Bots for Broadcasters, because that works well.
That works well.
Right. If anybody wants to join us on camera, then please do type guest. Our messenger bot is running today, and you're welcome to join us on camera. This is the end of the season show, because of course we're coming up to the Christmas period. So we are going to take a break next week, are we not?
We must.
We must. You see, there we are. That's definitive. We're not broadcasting next week. We'll be back 2 weeks today with a brand new show for 2019, still called Bots for Broadcasters, but there will be new stuff on it, as there always is, new ideas. Now, I don't know. There's somebody in Believers today that said he went to ManyChat and it was running slow. Have you noticed that, just in general?
I haven't.
He's trying to build a bot.
No.
Right, there's a gentleman in Believers. There's a gentleman in Believers mentioning ManyChat. That's what I'm saying. And he was looking for alternatives, and people were giving him everything under the sun. When somebody mentions a bot you never heard of, you sort of think. So I'll if I may, I shall link you to the page, and after the holiday. Well, no, we've got time before the holidays. We've got 2 days to go. Well, when you're closing down, because I know Zafria's left today. He's gone. I mean, he's left the engineers in charge, but he's now on holiday officially.
Yeah.
And that's always a good sign to me, because if Zafria is going on holiday, it means everything at Be Live TV is totally under control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, which is all good. Right. I haven't actually got an agenda for today. Not that we normally have an agenda. But just to remind everybody, this is Bots for Broadcasters with RJ and Stephen. And we had a very kind comment earlier from Barb, which we just want to feature on the screen again. And there it is. Brilliant.
It was very, very kind of Barb.
Very kind. Indeed. Okay. Let's do a bit of 2019 predictions, shall we? And I'm going to put you on the spot in a moment. I'm going to waffle for a minute or two, and then you can actually tell us what your predictions are for 2019. Basically, I think bots have an increasing part to play in anybody's marketing armory. And I think that there is a place for bots, and providing that you actually get them well designed, or design them well yourself, that you thoroughly test them, that you don't spam anybody. Wonderful. Wonderful. And you don't spam anybody, then 2019 promises to be an excellent year. RJ, 2019 ideas while we wait for Barb.
Well, we're at that point where people have really been shouting about these things. Social media. Social media people have been shouting about this for about a year, so we're kind of getting to that stage where they're starting to become a little bit more in the know, basically in the mainstream. And so that's an interesting thing. So far, it's really been early adopters. That's of course going to continue, but I think that we are, what I've been seeing, if I were to compare everything that's happened this year with, the features that we had in ManyChat a year ago, I think that would be crazy. That would just be crazy stuff, because so many things have come out and so many developments have happened. I think that Facebook's continued investment in Messenger and in these chatbots, I mean, that's just going to continue to grow. It's going to become more mainstream. When it becomes more mainstream, some of the newness is going to shine off a little bit. Some of that, I'm having this brand new experience talking to a bot. A lot of times people are super, like kind of, they love it. They get immersed in it. It's a lot of fun. As people see more of these, that shine's going to wear off. And I think that it's going to be up to people like us to, people who are writing and designing bots, to design good experiences so that we can stand out from the crowd and get our message heard. Right now, we're not really standing out from the crowd because there's not a crowd on. But as that crowd comes on, we're going to have content written in a way that engages people, not just putting content out there. So it's going to be, and also, laws are getting passed and different things are coming into the mainstream, it's that time. And so we're going to have to kind of go by some different requirements and things like that, which, I mean, that's all to the good. I don't want to invest my time in a platform, and my entire company in a platform that's just gonna get spammy. So as the laws come, things are going to change, but mainly in 2019, look for ways to make your message stand out from the rest. Even if the rest aren't standing there right now, they will be by the end of 2019, and you want to stand out. You want to be somebody who provides value.
Yeah, I agree. If you start early next year, then you're going to be a pioneer still, and you're going to be in the lead. I can see a photograph in the lobby. I'm going to assume, because it says it's Bob, so it has to be Bob. So we welcome to the show 3, 2, 1. Bob, hello.
Howdy. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you. We can see you. Yes, all is good.
Okay. I'm sorry to have to appear as my avatar again today, but I've got issues here at the other end with my appearing in IRL. So there you go. Okay. You recognize me, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. No problem there. Totally.
So, right.
Well,
sorry.
Carry on.
I just think this is such a timely broadcast because on my desktop, of course, I'm with you now on my gaming computer, and in the other studio on my desktop, which I've been there since 5:30 this morning, there are literally 2 browser windows open with 6 tabs in each, because I have a friend that's visiting here at the resort that works for Facebook and told me about the changes coming on January the 9th. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with that? And so it's like, it's going to be a really serious year for business and Messenger. And the other thing that happened is one of the live streamers I follow from Oregon announced, very popular live streamer, announced that they are going to be doing daily shows now. And when they sent an email, it went directly for you to subscribe to that show, went directly to Messenger for text updates on your phone. So that's that to me, when it was like, do you want to be updated by the phone and not being an external messaging service, being one directly connected to Facebook? Just a light bulb went off, and I said, I am just so glad that RJ followed that line when I said, oh, these bots are going to be some, but I still can't stand them personally.
Well, very good. Very good. Yeah, it's becoming more popular all the time. Can't wait to see what happens.
Talking of waiting to see what happens, in Dublin, which is an island, in January, is Facebook Gather Europe. And it's an all expenses trip, paid trip by Facebook to Dublin to spend 48 hours with the Facebook Europe team. And I'm going. I've got to go.
Wow.
I've got a passport.
Excellent.
I'm going.
Yay! That is awesome. Awesome news.
I only found out yesterday, so I'm off to Europe. I mean, this is totally tied to, well, it's down to Facebook and their invitation about a year ago to join one of their groups, and we're all meeting up at Facebook Gather. Because you're in the USA group, aren't you, Bob?
I'm in several USA groups on.
Yep.
So I don't know what are you referring to? Group admins? Is that the one you're referring to?
No, this
the power admins or what? Or the developer group?
The business. No,
they have different. Okay, they have different.
I know
groups.
you're well connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have different groups for the USA than you have for Europe. So I'm connected at the developer level. Yes. So
it's going to be exciting times because they, despite their problems this year, I think they have delivered well for business in terms of being able to target your audience, be able to get your message out, whether it be on live video or via Messenger. I think we've seen, if we compare this year to last year, we've seen great advances.
Agreed.
I agree.
Well, good. All right. Okay. Now, as usual, with no agenda, what do you think is going to happen in 2019, Bob?
I really haven't given it much thought. I live every day in the moment. As you know, I've got some things going on that just said I'm just extremely excited about the positive movement. Everything, just like the bot thing, as far as product development goes, we're moving forward in a positive way that says to me, because I'm all about connecting the world. So I'm extremely excited, and I'm not going to, pretty much, I'm not in disagreement with what I've seen from other folks say, but I look at it from the perspective of an investor in technology stocks and seeing how the decisions are being made. And I really think it's going to be a banner year. Again, the movement for live streaming, to be able to communicate that way, whether it be audio or video or both, is moving forward. We're still not there. You know, it's still not critical mass to the extent that the investment community is happy, because I think our greatest weakness is not being able to inspire engagement in the way that investors feel comfortable in moving forward. So we'll see what happens.
Indeed, we will, and it's going to be an exciting year ahead. I feel it in my bones that Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I mean, we're so many different places we can actually broadcast to that we're just so lucky, and so many different systems as well that we can choose from. And I just know I can't say anything as you can't, Barb, and RJ we can't say what we've seen because we can't talk about it, but there are going to be exciting things both in live broadcasting, in audio, and in bots. So exciting times ahead.
The bots come in from the messenger side. That's getting that message out. And that's why I said the connection with the phone, the smart device, because we can still stay mobile, IRL, having experiences. But if that goes off on our smart device, wherever we are, we can actually, if we choose, if it's something valuable, and of course, content driven, we can choose to watch wherever we are. So I think the messenger, because it's so personal, much more so than I'm sitting here with 100,000 message notices in my email. Like I'm going to read all that again. You know, it's the way Google has chosen to archive and so forth. Even if you clean your email box out, they're going to let you know. But with the phone, with our phone, a smart device, GPS attached, and you never really can get away from being found. You may think you can, but you really can't. And so it gets to, if you want them on your phone, if you give permission, which I would have done had I followed that link this morning, if I'd have given permission, then I would have been apprised of all of their daily episodes where they're going live. And it didn't obligate them to go live on Facebook. And I don't think that's going to be the point of origin, but we'll see. And I also see major things coming from Microsoft in 2019. So it's going to be a great year. Excuse me?
Apart from Windows 10, I'm not in the Microsoft loop. So if you've got any information on that score, it would be most useful.
I think I'm going to bring someone in from Microsoft into the one group I've got that you're back in with us, Stephen. So it'll be in there.
Okay, yeah.
But
that's good.
Because I'm trying to get NDAs worked out for folks who are in that group with some of the developers who are in there. But the upside to me, and going back to the investment community and listening to all the people who I'm connected to who are helping to move that part of the story, is that it's important to remember how close Jeff Bezos lives to Bill Gates. You should Google that sometime. So the big moves, I think, will be from Amazon, and the biggest, when I say big, the most powerful moves in 2019, I predict are going to be coming from Microsoft and Amazon. So that's my take from the investment side.
Yeah, well, I mean, our connection with Amazon is obviously through Amazon Prime, but also with Twitch, which has been a revelation because it's totally different mood. I mean, it's our mood that counts, I know, but broadcasting on Twitch is totally different from broadcasting on Facebook. You seem to have more freedom. The audience engage more on Twitch than they do on Facebook. And it is a different audience.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, we're not, sorry, RJ is a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I will never be a gamer, apart from getting beat at chess earlier today. Live on Twitch was good fun. But I think we're going to find that more and more chat shows, if you want to a better phrase, or talk shows move over to Twitch. Because I think there's an audience there, a growing audience there. And the thing is, you've got the quality. If we're live on Facebook and we download it, then we get 643.80 downloads, which we can't repurpose. Whereas if we go live on Twitch, we're getting high definition during the live, during the replay, and we download high definition. You can click one button and take it to YouTube. So there are benefits to actually being there. And the other thing is that you can actually make money over there, because if you become a Twitch affiliate, then you can start your own premium clubs over there, and people can subscribe to your channel and pay $5 to $25 a month. And if you're providing quality premium content, then there's an opportunity to actually earn money, which is difficult on Facebook. Do you think?
It is right now. But if you go over to, again, the Messenger side on Facebook and look what they're doing in development on the monetization side, there'll be good things coming from them in 2019, I feel. But I just think going back, I mean, Stephen, you and I have, in particular, have been on forever.
Yes.
So we're not going to go to any further detail there. You don't want to see me in IRL. But the thing is that when Bezos came on the scene with Amazon, it was all business, and customer service is what drives everything. That relationship that Amazon has been able to build with the customer is really, to me, the small business person, most of all, will benefit from Amazon forever in every move they make. And whereas Microsoft goes the higher end of small business and into enterprise level as far as concentration goes. But Twitch as we know it today, for what we have in our story and coming up as small business people, Jeff Bezos recognizes that we are Gen Xers and Boomers who have the time and resources available, most time and resources available to drive that. So Twitch is, we know it today, is not that. And so that's product development coming out for 2019 and 20, in my opinion. And I'm long on Amazon. That's just all I can say is I think that in the end, Amazon will be the top dog.
I agree. It's a close fought battle, though. But I mean, the thing about Twitch is that I think we both love RJ. In fact, we've got Twitch bots. We've renamed them. They used to be bots. They're now called Twitch bots. And we're going to do RJ and I are going to do a show in January. Are we not?
Oh, we are. It's happening.
Because we may be doing a show about Twitch bots in January on Twitch.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bow out, you two, and I just wish you the happiest of holidays. And it's good to see you both together. And have a good one.
Before you
yes.
Go, just a second. This is a true story, and it does go back 4 years when Blab was around, and you met a whole community there, and that's where the idea of video communities took hold, really. And one day I found myself invited onto camera as a guest, and I was there before I knew it. I was talking away. I didn't, forgot I was live. But a couple of months after that, I happened to catch a show on Blab, and a gentleman on the show was new to broadcasting, and he asked for help. And the person he asked for help was Bob. And in my first ever live video masterclass, I got the moment when I thought, that's the way to do it. And life has never been the same since. And my journey on live video actually started with that show, Bob. And I just want to give you a shout out and wish you a happy Christmas and a prosperous, happy and healthy New Year. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that very much. And I just hang in there, guys, because the best is yet to come. I'm just thoroughly convinced of that. Just keep broadcasting.
We will. Take care, Bob. There you are. A true story. That was a true story. That's how it came about. I got the recording somewhere, and it was one of those moments when you think, this could work. And so that time I decided I could do it actually seriously, which was the start of Blabbing for Britain 157 weeks ago. Yikes. Time flies.
Yeah,
Time does fly. Yeah. And deja vu sometimes as well. But that's another story, which I'll tell you after the show. Right. Okay. If anyone else would like to join us on camera, then all you need to do is actually type guest to join us on the show. And you may. Okay, so
I do have a topic if you're interested.
I'm always interested in a topic, RJ. Yes, go.
So this is for again for broadcasters. This is something that can help get people to your show. Now, many of you know already, if you've worked with us at all, if you've taken the class, or if you've heard us talk about it, there is a growth tool in ManyChat called the Comment Growth Tool, and Stephen and I use it on our shows all the time, and that's if somebody comments a certain word in the comments of the show that you're doing, then they get subscribed to your messenger bot. There's a lot of upside to these. We use them, as I said, we use them all the time, but there's a little bit of a downside in that if that post if that live stream post gets shared to your personal page, a group, another page on Facebook, if it gets shared anywhere on Facebook, then that comment to subscribe to the bot will not work. That tool breaks, basically. Well, it doesn't break. It's not designed to follow the post around Facebook. If the post is cross-posted, if it's shared anywhere, people who comment that trigger word will not get into the bot. It's proved to be a point of confusion sometimes, I think, for people, and it's really regrettable that it's that way. But we take what we're given, right? But there is a brand new way to get people involved and subscribe to your shows. And it's what I was showing you. I think I was showing it to you yesterday or the day before, Stephen. I think it was Monday where I showed you the send message option.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and talk about that a minute. It is when you go to make a post on your Facebook right now, you will see several options, a ton of options, really. You can post an offer. You can make a job posting if you're hiring. You can do a whole lot of things. Well, one of those options is called Get Message. And what happens when you choose Get Message is that you can write a text post, or you can have a video post or an image post. You can have a call to action in that post that is hit send message, and we can talk about this. Or alternatively, hit send message, comment this trigger word, and you'll be subscribed to the shows. So, and then you can share that post. You can share that post to your groups, to other pages, to personal profiles. That send message will stay with the post. So what, in a context, let's put that in context for folks. What that means is that you can make a 30-second trailer of your live stream show, say. You can put a call to action in that 30-second video, and Stephen's demonstrating it here for us because he's the best. So if you look right here where it says write a post, under that in the left-hand column, almost all the way to the bottom is Get Messages. You can click that as the call to action. Excuse me. You can click that as the call to action. and put a 30-second, trailer of your show there. And at the end of the trailer, say to people, hit send message, type the word live, and you'll be subscribed and get reminders of all my live streams. So you can use that to get subscribers to your bot and get people to the reminder bot that you've set up for your live streams. If you've set up one of those, super convenient. The fact that it can be shared out everywhere is super awesome because, when stuff like that breaks, it's frustrating for people. All you have to do is hit get messages in that left-hand column. And it's different for everybody, that placement of that button. But it always says get messages. Choose that as some of the point of your posts. And make it so that, people can send a trigger word to your bot and get information or get subscribed or to your live streams, get reminders for those, or ask you a question or answer a question. So many possibilities. I'm really excited about this. Now, of course, that can't be, you have to be using that from Facebook. You can't use like a third party posting thing like Buffer or things, something like that, and get that to happen. But once you create that lives forever, and that can be shared anywhere. So I'm excited about those possibilities.
I agree. And 2019 is the year of interaction. That's a darn good way to do it. So I will be trying it out. I'm glad you reminded me. And we've got it on video now. All good. Okay. Right. Well, we've been broadcasting all year, haven't we? We've mostly on and off, and then we switched to bots for broadcasters, and it's been a good year. Looking back, if we look back at all the shows that we've done, and to everybody who's watched us during the course of the year, we'd like to say a big thank you. And we're going to be back in 2019, same bat channel, same bat day, Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. What sort of things shall we show people next year, do you think?
I think that. Go ahead.
Well, okay, I'll put. Whilst you're thinking, I'll say that what I'd like to do is show people the embedded. I'm going to say thing now. That's not quite right, is it? You can use ManyChat to set up a landing page, and you said yes, you can, but, and it's the way you said but that made me take a second look. And you can actually set it up so you can actually embed it onto your website. Yes. So I think we should certainly look at that next year.
I think we should. I think we can take a look at all of the tools that people can use to grow subscribership. That's currently a series that I'm actually doing on my own show, is covering all of the different ways that you can grow your subscribers to your bots. And of course, there are tools within ManyChat that we can cover. There are also tools within Facebook itself that you can use. So we'll go over all of those. Getting subscribers is key. Knowing what your value proposition is, so that you can get those subscribers, also key. I think we should cover all of that. I think that we should also cover Twitch bots, and how Twitch bots can be used to get more subscribers to your messenger bot. There's so many ways to get more subscribers, my friend.
True. It works. It works. I was playing chess this afternoon with somebody I'd never met before, James, who was introduced by Alfredo. And the idea of getting him on the show was he's trying to build his audience and he's trying to get his affiliateship. So we invited James on the show and we played chess and he beat me twice. But despite that, I set up a Twitch bot where people typed in exclamation point James, and it's then the bot then gave the link to James's page, and result, somebody actually followed him. So that's how it works. So we've got lots to do next year. We've got lots to explain to you, lots to get involved in. I think that the thing to remember is that messenger bots are for conversations. It's a great way to actually start conversation. And the thing is that the people listen on messenger bot. On email, we scan and we look at the title and disappear. On messenger bot, people actually read what you write, and you can start great conversations as you do on a regular basis, RJ.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, and a good point from Bob, which you've told me anyway, so focus on making bots as personal as possible. Speaking of which, I had the pleasure of chatting with a bot over the last weekend for 4 or 5 days. A campaign run by our friend, designed by your good self, and I've got to say it was fun. It was fun and hopefully fruitful. So it was basically, it was a market survey day by day, wasn't it? Can you explain what it was before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Erin's coming on my show tomorrow to talk about it, actually. So that's pretty awesome stuff. So what she wanted, she wanted to get information from the people who were all subscribed to her show. She wanted to know, what they wanted to see in 2019 from her show. Of course, everybody's doing their planning at the end of the year. Everybody's, thinking about new horizons and doing all those awesome things. And that's a wonderful deal. For her, we designed a little 5-day contest. And it was one question a day. She would send out a message and to everybody participating in the contest, and she would ask them one question. Things like, who might you want to see, as an interviewee next year? Who do you want to see be interviewed next year? What's your biggest takeaway from the show? Just questions that we would all normally ask, right? So she would come on with one question a day. And for everybody who answered that question, she would give them one entry into a drawing for a grand prize. And so, she got quite a few people to participate. And it was cool because not only was, the first rung of the ladder is that she got some good market research out of it, right?
Yeah.
Second run of the ladder, people feel like she cares what they think about these things because she asked. The best rung of the ladder is she started 15 conversations.
Brilliant.
That she started that many conversations with people about the show and about what's going on with her. And that, I think, is the coolest thing, is that there are so many ripples in the pond as to, it was just a little 5-day contest. But we were able to involve people, make them feel important, start conversations, and get some results for the Erin Strayer show. That to me is magnificent, and that's what the bots are all about.
Brilliant. And the show tomorrow is on at.
It is on at 1. Yeah, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central Time. So that's 2 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we're gonna have Erin on talking about her experience and talking about messenger bots of all kinds.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I shall catch that. From me in Wiltshire, in England, near to Stonehenge, it's goodbye. I wish you all season's greetings and a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. And with that, it's over to RJ.
Everybody, it's been a great run, and we have had a great time talking to you about bots. We're going to talk about, next year is going to be a great year for bots. So we'll be talking about how to use those with your live streams to get more audience members and to get to know the audience members that you do have so that you can have an awesome, flipping show. That's our that's our mantra here, and that's our message. So do tune in next year. It's going to be a great time, and let us know if you need anything in the meantime.
Indeed. Bye.
Bye.